Aren't we just organisms in these shells we call bodies? Moving as though independent, but really just patterns embedded in us long before we were even conscious of a self. A series of algorithms, following a sequence of life events, triggering a preordained response.
So this is a very special episode. This works as an introduction and an expansion of what the series is leading into season 2. We expand what the idea of what a Doucheaholics character can be. This episode comes from this fanboy Comic-Con perspective of what a Jedi douche is.
We have a new Doucheaholic that we welcome into the circle. He is a practitioner of the Jedi religion.
Obi-Wan Kenobi is a fanboy taken to the nth level. I mean, he's literally become a religion. He wears the full Jedi robes. He follows the Jedi commandments.
We talked about it, and I had this idea in my head about exploring extreme belief systems through this Jedi douche character.
The Jedi religion existed before a popular movie franchise gave it its name. Our faith in the Force existed before the One True Trilogy.
We definitely knew that we wanted to have a character who had a very specific point of view and how they dealt with wanting that acceptance, but not reciprocating that with people who might hold different beliefs.
Star Trek is bullshit. I mean, it's bullshit.
Well, we're all entitled to our opinion.
You are entitled to be wrong.
Being able to bring about and talk about his belief system and questioning it, there's truth in that, and it's also funny because of him being a hardcore Jedi fan.
This episode is cool because it flips belief systems on its head. What one person might think is cool, what one person might think is the right way.
And the other thing too of writing this episode, it was getting to write something about a guy who loses someone he loves because he wasn't willing to change his ways.
I'd do anything to be with her.
We always want to make an episode with enthusiasm, with excitement, to work with talented actors. Christopher Soren Kelly, he's an amazing actor.
Christopher Soren Kelly is one of the most brilliant actors.
Chris Kelly, he was great to work with. Him and T-Bag have some very special moments together.
I thought, okay, this guy's an artist. And then he puts on the robe and he just went full Jedi.
We saw Chris in this wonderful short film that he wrote, directed, and starred in. We were just compelled by the way he carries the screen.
There was just something about his performance that I went, oh, I gotta find this guy after and just tell him how amazing he was.
He has such a presence and he's such a serious actor. We thought, well, how fun would it be to throw him in this doucheverse?
When the thought of a Jedi douche materialized, we went, oh, who would be perfect? Christopher Soren Kelly.
I am Obi-Wan Kenobi of the Jedi religion.
One of the awesome things about Jedi Douche was bringing back some of the old crew like T-Bag and D-Cup.
You could tell they've come a long way. There's a lot that's happened in between last season and this new episode.
And now they have this heated romance thing that happens between them that we saw in the first episode.
And Sean texts me and he says, yeah, you know, Ashley's coming down, we're bringing you out. And he sends me the script. It just gets to that point and it says one line, T-Bag and D-Cup make out in ways unimaginable. And I was like, I know exactly what to do.
They basically dry hump each other right in the middle of the group. It's scary, it's amazing, it's definitely gross. It's something I guarantee no one has ever seen before.
Being in sandbag mode, obviously the reaction was supposed to be horrified. And I definitely was horrified as Sandbag and as Elizabeth, but Elizabeth wanted to laugh a lot.
Baby bird, yeah, feed the baby bird.
Get Daddy. Daddy was back. Let's go for the toboggan.
Go ahead, please.
Oh God, it's so good.
And they look at each other like, yep. And looking around the group like...
It was really funny because I just started dating someone new. I was like, I'm gonna go shoot this series and I'm not gonna tell you what happens because of course, like, it's ridiculous. I don't think you can do that with someone and not feel like you're forever bonded. I mean, I'm sorry, Anthony, I hope you agree with me, but we'll forever share that moment together and we will take it to our graves.
It felt like a certain kind of reunion of bringing back people for this episode because this episode brings back older characters and introduces new characters and they all overlap in this episode.
We was there for the sake of art, for the sake of entertainment. All of our jobs depending on how well each other did their jobs. Are you fucking serious? Star Wars is not a real religion.
There's no difference between my beliefs and yours.
Each take, we decided to go up a notch. And each time he went up a notch, I went up 2. If I went up 2, he went up 3. We complimented each other very nicely. Yeah, but it is not based on a dumbass movie.
Nope, it is based on a dumbass book with mere pages of text.
One of the reasons why I picked up the cell phone aspect was just going into public places, like anywhere where there's customer service, really. You walk up in line, and you just stay on your phone. And how it presses so many buttons when you don't respond to the person in front of you. Wait, when is the hand raise applicable?
We actually didn't have a part for him specifically, but we just knew we got to put him in the circle. Some of his reaction shots are actually my favorite things about the entire episode.
My character is sort of a naive type who loves everything and in science fiction, which is not something that the rest of the group is on board with. I love it all. Marvel, DC, Star Trek, the prequels, the sequels. I even love me some Jar.
No!
That was the hardest thing I've ever done. Trying to act like I was a fan of Jar Jar Binks.
One of the characters that I think is giving such a great performance is Mark Show. When we were filming, he had the flu, and he was really powering through a lot. You could feel the energy of set. We were all really affected by what he was doing there.
Everyone takes it to the next level. That's one of the coolest parts about everyone that's cast in Doucheaholics.
To come back and see Melody and where she's at. She's older now. She has her new squad.
I'm really mean, but I slay at the same time, and that's my character. I actually do feel really bad for like bullying him.
As a person and as an actor, I don't think I'd ever had an experience where just a group of people was sort of shaming you or trying to make you feel low. It was cool to see the kids just get into it, and then they all were like so sorry afterwards.
On set, it was just fun to really be able to bring in, your friends, both old and new. You get to see how they bounce off each other.
It was all my fault. I pushed you away.
Chris's character and Anthony's character, they have a really emotional moment together. To me, that was one of my favorite moments of film.
It was late, like this, we did this scene, the most intense scene. It was the last thing we shot. The energy that Chris and I think brought to it was still like it was the first shot.
We had to work very sort of intimately. He brought it, and always coming up with new ideas. That was fun, to brainstorm not just with Sean, but with Anthony and the other actors.
I think we really captured some magic.
This episode, there was definitely something special about it. I'm always really thrilled once the work is behind us and the episodes are complete and we can release them out into the world. I'm always excited for people to see what we've done.
Like you can tell with the crew that it wasn't just an episode we were shooting. It was a true passion project. And if anybody has seen season 1, you can really see the fruit of that.
We've become this family. It's been really amazing to see this journey that we're all going on together and seeing how it's been developing.
I think everything happened the way it was supposed to happen. I want to do it again. I want to say more. I want to flip a table over. I want to set some things on fire.
It's always fun to play something you're not, because I'm just playing a douche on TV. I'm not really one in real life. I don't think so.
For me, as a lover of all things storytelling, that's just a fun thing to really dive into and geek out about. It's a cool thing that you get to share your love of something with the rest of the world.